Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, we're joined by Jay Hayes from Blackstar, and we're checking out a new amplifier for guitar, acoustic guitar, bass, and Bluetooth music playback. Let's get started. This is the Blackstar ID Core Beam. So this amp's pretty incredible.
Yes, it is.
Bass, acoustic guitar, we're going to check those out a little bit later. You'll plug those in. But of course, guitar players are going to be very interested in what this amp can do.
Especially. And actually the word BEAM is the product, and BEAM is an acronym for bass, electric, acoustic, and music.
There you go.
Yeah.
Covers all the bases, right?
It does. Even for keyboards as well. It has a 1/8 inch in stereo and 1/4 inch as well.
So it's really a sound system that's kind of...
Pretty much. It's kind of like a home stereo for musicians.
So tell us what we have here. It's a stereo amp, right?
Yeah, it's 20 watts in stereo, two speakers, separate enclosures. They're tuned. It's a ported cabinet. You have 1/4 inch in, of course, 1/8 inch input in stereo, 1/8 inch output in stereo, as well as USB, and now, of course, the Bluetooth, which is really special.
Right. I want to talk about that. But why don't we start with the acoustic guitar? I'm sorry, the electric guitar, since you have your PRS 408 here. You have presets on top, correct?
Right, and if you look over here through the magic of this camera above the amplifier, we've got 6 presets ranging from clean to scream. It's all the Blackstar voices. We've got 2 clean, 2 crunches, and 2 overdrives. And you simply go along here, here's all my 6 presets. And I can dial in whatever kind of EQ I want, whatever kind of level, whatever distortion, as well as 12 super wide stereo effects ranging from delays, reverbs, and modulated effects that are written for our guitar.
Okay. And then can you store your own presets, or are these only factory presets?
They're actually my own presets I can store myself. Plus with our Insider software via the USB, you can store thousands of presets and go back and forth, and also trade online with your friends and enemies. Right.
Let's check these out. Give us a run through of what these presets sound like.
Okay, so here's kind of like a straight clean kind of thing. Bit of reverb. More of a warm clean. Then more of a bright clean for your country guys.
Nice.
Word of myself. And then we also have kind of a overdrive, a slight crunch. But what's unique about the amp is you pull your level back, it cleans up good. So kind of thing. Hit it hard.
Right, so very dynamic.
Very, very dynamic. And also, here's more of a higher crunch 2. Got the stereo delay on there. Still higher, overdrive 1 here. And then overdrive 2. We'll go back to overdrive 1 for a second. Let me put on this little, we call our chopper effect. Really throws the sound quite a bit.
Yeah.
And probably for the viewers at home here, if I kill the effects altogether, it's mono. So here's just the straight amp, nothing but
just the amp
itself. You can kind of hear what it sounds like. A little bit less gain. That's just a straight amplifier.
Right, that's a big sound.
Effect. Yeah, it sounds killer.
It's a tiny little amplifier. I mean, it's just sit that beside your couch or whatever you're doing.
Exactly. And that's about halfway up right now, volume-wise.
Right.
So it does all the same sounds as our ID Core from last year, with the addition of acoustic guitar, bass, Bluetooth, keyboards, whatever you want. And you say it's your home stereo plus all this.
Plus all this, yeah. Well, let's check it out with acoustic guitar.
Okay.
So you've got a Taylor guitar with a pickup in the bridge, and you're running straight in here. Now, do you have an additional set of presets, or how is that set up?
Right, so when you use the green side over here, before we had the red side for electric guitar, which is all the clean to scream for that PRS behind me. On the green side, it gives me 2 presets for acoustic, 2 acoustic simulations for electric guitar, and then 2 bass presets. So all the effects are the same for the acoustic and the simulator. On the bass side, we actually have different effects written for the bass.
Okay.
But the first 2 presets, one is a flat response, one is what we call dynamic, which is really more kind of a contemporary, kind of a scoop mid kind of thing. So I'll play a couple chords on this, you can kind of hear it, then I'll switch it over to the preset number 2.
Okay.
Dynamic.
Nice. I'm just amazed how much sound comes out of this little enclosure. There's so much bottom end. I mean, it sounds like a louder version of that guitar.
It's a tuned enclosure, so they spent quite a bit of time actually dialing in the amplifier. So it's 2 separate chambers, and there's actually 2 little ports in the front of the box itself. So it gives you a lot more low end.
Right.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Yeah, it sounds really big. Really big sound, very natural sounding. So with this, you can also, of course, adjust you can create your own presets, adjust the parameters, set the effects up the way you want them.
Add delay to it, add the chorus. So I want to add a little bit of, stuff. And what's nice about the amp as well, the quick little trick, is you can actually say, set up a preset, mess with one of the modulations or delays, and then go back and actually turn it off. And when you come back to it later on, it's still there at that same spot. So the modulation comes back, it remembers everything. Also, I should have mentioned this quick little thing, is a built-in tuner on the amplifier nobody knows about. It's kind of a secret thing. And what I'm doing is actually, if you hold down the tap tempo button and then the manual, turns the tuner on.
Okay.
And that's basically, here's your sharp and flat here on the panel, and then here's your E through E up here.
Okay.
So that's a quick little trick there for you guys.
Yeah.
There. Along with that, of course, that preset where you've got different presets. So the chorus always comes on when I turn that, because I arranged it that way.
I see.
That makes sense.
Yeah, very flexible. It kind of covers the whole thing, doesn't it?
It really does.
All right. Let's check it out with bass.
Okay.
So you've got a Fender Dimension bass here. Got it plugged in, and you've got 2 presets for bass in the amp as well?
Right. There's a classic preset, standard, way back when kind, and also a modern, more contemporary.
Okay.
In addition, the effects are written for the bass. So instead of having reverb, which you don't really need for bass unless you're doing the Pink Floyd tribute thing, you actually have different kinds of drive, different overdrive. So there's a drive, a distortion, there's a modern drive, and also fuzz bass.
Okay.
My personal favorite. And then we have also an envelope filter as well. That's also in addition. So for example, this is just straight bass right now. It's got tons of headroom there.
Man, yeah.
And then here is the contemporary. More low end. Also, if I add a little bit of drive to that, now I've got that sort of SVT-ish kind of thing. Here's the envelope filter.
Nice.
So lots of fun. Again, when I turn that filter on, it comes on right. Instead of going to flanger or whatever, it knows it was the filter last time.
Right.
So it knows where I am.
Right.
So
right.
pretty dialed in.
So it's the ideal amp for a multi-instrumentalist.
For anybody. If you're a musician, even as your home stereo, it sounds killer for your home stereo. For your
no, the Bluetooth playback, you can just use any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth rather device.
Anybody, any phone, your laptop, whatever, anything that's Bluetooth. So when I walk in the house, it's funny, but when I have in my living room, I walk in and it beeps at me. It knows I'm home, and I just hit the track, and my level adjust is of course on the phone. Or if it's too hot of a signal, I can reach over here and adjust the Bluetooth level. There's a pad on here. If I hit the tap button, this level becomes my Bluetooth level.
Right,
there's just a pad for it.
And as we saw during the intro to this video, you can play along with the music playback.
Yes.
So it's not one or the other, it's music playback and then jam along with it.
Right, you've actually got the 1/8 inch in, that's direct in, you've got the 1/4 inch in, and you also have the Bluetooth or USB. Those are all 3 separate lines.
Okay.
So you can play either keyboards in stereo, or your bass, or your guitar, or what have you, or some sort of like drum track. For example, it's pretty cool. For rehearsing, it's practice. It's great. Or for like even working on your favorite lick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it has a headphone out also,
Right.
right? You can do a line out or a headphone out, so even if you want to do private practice with it when you're...
Correct. And also USB for recording if you're doing any kind of software that's out there.
Wow.
All the various ones. And also you can reamp with it as well.
Incredible.
Yeah, it slices, it dices.
Yeah, they've kind of put everything into this one little compact, very affordable.
Yeah, I mean, the amp came out about a year ago, and it was kind of a hit. It's been a big seller for us. And the question kept coming up, hey, can you guys do Bluetooth? Can it do acoustic? Can it do bass? Can it do this? Can it do that? So we kind of came up with that.
Right.
And here it is, et voila. And it runs any voltage in the planet. And on the back side, you can't quite see it. There's a power switch, the power cable itself, also a 1/4-inch jack that's a tip-ring sleeve for foot switching. And it gives you either a 2-button foot switch. It gives you either one button goes up the presets, the other goes down the presets, or you could set it to be your 2 favorite presets.
Okay.
And then DSP off and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Oh, it really is.
That's really something.
It's a blast to demo.
Yeah, no doubt. Jay, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
you being here. This is
Mitch.
just, man, there's so much fun. It really does sound amazing. It covers everything.
I won't argue. Thanks,
Good to
Mitch.
see you.
Thanks.
I'm Mitch Gallagher. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear.